And round 3. We're starting off strong with Scott.
No, it's
Sorry,
I'm
we're
last.
starting off strong with Willow.
I'm not sure he knows who he's
what?
dating.
Excuse me?
No.
So you know how everybody has like a list of celebrities that if they were to ever meet them and they were in a relationship, they get the green flag, right?
Yeah, like Ewan
I
McGregor.
just have a question. Who's at the top of your list?
It has to be Pedro Pascal.
All right, Pedro Pascal. Bam.
Oh!
And he always defends you, no matter what, even if you're wrong.
Even if I'm wrong? That's gotta be a lot.
As a musician, I'm sure you're an appreciator of the arts. So,
I'm kidding.
this person, not only are they an amazing dancer,
Oh.
like Broadway, American Ballet Theater, so you think you can dance level amazing dancer, but also they own your favorite museum. So you can go check out all the coolest museum stuff you want anytime. you
And
feel
white people
it.
like museums.
That's
For
true. That's
free.
true. I like museums. First off, they're a spin instructor, and spin instructors they tend to be charismatic. They tend to have a bit of money, and they tend to be really, really fit. There's the type of date who could like just pick you up and hold you and carry you up the stairs.
Like I like it.
Yeah. And they have a genius level IQ. So, they're really, really smart. They're really good at their job of spin instructing, and they're just the perfect person, really.
Well, they're very fit, and mine also has that, right? Has an 8-pack. It's pretty awesome. Like, you're the super buff, gonna be able to carry you anywhere you want.
Wow.
You need a backpack up the mountains, they're gonna use you as a backpack. So, but don't worry. If you don't want to sit on one of their shoulders, don't worry. You can sit on any of their shoulders because they can multiply themselves. They can help you with carrying tasks out where, let's say you have a lot of equipment going on shoots, you're going to be having somebody that's going to pretty much just be the person who grabs your stuff and moves it. You're going to be able to have people be everywhere at once. You can have them all across the US.
You're saying they could have a 16-pack.
Yeah, a 6
Or a 32-pack.
an infinite pack. Because together, you are a pack. You know what I'm saying?
Infinite pack.
Infinite pack.
It's just core strength. The legs are where it's at. They support the body.
They love you unconditionally,
No.
and also with that love, since they're super caring and loving towards you, they also create shelters for the homeless.
Oh. Unconditional love and shelters for the
yeah,
homeless.
and they created shelters for the homeless unconditionally.
And look, you see, they care about the homeless, Tristan. You know who also tends to care about the homeless? People who care about good city infrastructure and banning trucks. Which is, I know you're all about that.
You know what? You got a good point there.
Okay, so are you ready for this famous rapper? And they have other options too, They're also a professional football player. So everything you could ever want in a date. Football, rapping, just all around kind of person. It's like you're dating The Rock.
Okay.
Not
Pedro
everybody's
Pascal's cool.
perfect. And before Pedro met you, there's something you should know.
Uh-oh.
He slept with one of your parents recently.
Well, let's be honest, he is around the right age.
And to be honest, he was on your green light list. Why can't he be on one of your parents?
Family dinners are going to be
It was one of
really
your
awkward.
parents. You
They already
probably know
were.
which
But
one
they're
it
going to be
is.
even worse now. Look, Pedro Pascal's going to be flirting with your parents.
Your mom and or dad.
But
they'll
he's
get-
also has that whole that Spanish allure, where it's just like he's like, oh hello, and then it's like your mom is like,
Hey, you can't resist him. Why should you?
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe this will strengthen our family relationship.
I think that all parents should have sex with your significant others to determine if they're worthy or not.
I mean, they own your favorite museum, okay? Let's just remember that. You can go anytime you want. So what if they have a downstairs exhibit that's only open to them, that has a ton of horrible, terrible Nazi memorabilia, and they're secretly super racist, but at least on the outside, they really put on this facade of it seeming like they're not super racist, and so most of the time people won't even know, and so you don't have to worry about the judgment or any awkwardness in public. It's just you might feel uncomfortable at home sometimes, just
This feels like the producers.
knowing that they're
Love is hard. Love is hard.
Look, here's the thing. You can't always agree with your significant other on everything, okay?
Tristan,
You just gotta accept it, I guess.
Underneath every museum, there's some horrible secret.
Exactly.
How did they get that stuff?
They came from somewhere.
Came from some-
they are really, really smart. And they are a spin instructor. They do local business. They are constantly taking selfies. But think about it. They need to do that. It's a small business. It's marketing.
It's a smart
They're really
thing to
fit.
do.
Yeah, it's the smart thing to do. You need to be active in today's social media climate to get your business off the ground.
Imagine when you're just about to go to bed. You're taking nighttime selfie, guys. You're gonna be taken around, piggybacking anywhere you go because they're really strong. Imagine like a strong Russian partner, just able to be there for you, like very strong and very
Russian.
buff, very Russian,
Strong
very Russian.
That's
Maybe in their dialect, they're trying to learn that, they're learning the English language, and instead of saying the word backpack, they call you for a pet name Trash Bag. But honestly, they say it in a thick Russian accent. It's kind of funny. It's like
Trash Bag.
come here, Trash.
Okay, but do you really want 8 of your significant other just constantly calling you trash bag? Trash bag, trash bag, trash bag, trash bag, trash bag, trash bag.
Hey, it's not 8 of them. It's an 8-pack, and then
They can multiply. They're
like
gonna be
middle
getting called
school
trash
again.
bag by multiple
they're trying to learn. They're trying to learn the English language. It's kind of tough for them. So, calling you trash bag, it's their pet name for you, and it's because they like taking care of you and picking you up because you're their little trash bag. But to them, it's like a backpack.
Tristan, you are an amazing friend and a great composer.
Put the aw.
I feel like you're just trying to sell your date.
They love you unconditionally.
Yeah.
And also with that love, they create shelters for the homeless. But also that means they're really busy. So how are they gonna get along? They're gonna have to be always on a Segway.
Segways are cool.
They can give you rides.
You can rise to your shift.
Imagine how.
Yeah, you're
See
basically.
how that's a red flag.
Yeah,
at
Paul
all.
Blart is.
How do they
How do they get to bed?
Yeah, Paul
That,
Blart.
that ain't a red card, baby.
Segways.
You win.
You're gonna have to take them to bed.
You're basically dating Paul Blart, Mall Cop.
Yeah, you're gonna have to help them into bed each morning. That Segway's heavy. That's a heavy
You can
Segway.
already do it
Tristan,
themselves.
how do they
They're
use the
already ready.
bathroom?
No, they're literally always on it. They can't
exactly.
step off the ground. They can't touch the ground.
The toilet is Segway accessible.
How?
It's another Segway.
You can never sweep them off their feet because they're gonna be stuck on a Segway.
Their bed is a Segway. The house is a Segway.
Segue into his defense.
Who rappers, they have a temperament, and football, constantly hitting their heads. And so, when you first guys start dating, they immediately try to kill you with a fork.
Oh my god.
Don't go to the spaghetti
So,
factory.
bad things happen, like all the time. Like I understand, like maybe there's some kind of form of like brain trauma, PTSD, onset stuff with, like let's say you have your date.
Yeah, what kind of first impression?
Whoa. cool your jets, Graham. And
Like, how was your first meal?
Don't you even start with
Oh,
that
I'm
face.
gonna be started.
No. He's gonna start.
I'm giving you a face right now.
No. He's only interrupting me because I got a lot to say. Football. He's the best football player of the bald things of the Celtics.
Did you kill somebody with a fork?
Scott, I've got a question for you. Where does this date take place?
This date takes place in a stadium. A stadium
Where
far,
did
far away.
they did they bring the fork with them?
Where did they get the fork?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
When
you're on a date-
Psychosis.
Just so you guys know,
It
when
seems
you're,
worse.
when you're on a date, there's always a fork nearby, no matter what. Think about it. Think about it.
Even
At the party?
even at the popcorn stand, there's a fork.
The movie theater?
Spoons are just the second cousins of spoons.
What?
Okay, we're done. I'm cutting it off here.
Drum roll.
Graham, you win.
Oh, that's fair.
Yours was definitely also not even a red flag. I like segways. They have a new Segway moped now. They have a moped that's a Segway. All right.
So, this person, not only are they a famous movie star, they're gonna introduce you to all the coolest people, take you to all the fancy parties. You know how many perks famous movie stars get? It's kind of ridiculous. You can travel basically anywhere in the world that you want to if you go with them. And not only that, but they're also a great listener. So it's not like they're the kind of movie star who's going to be talking about themselves all the time and talking about how great and amazing they are because they're so famous. They really want to know your problems and what's going on in your life, and they just really want to know about you.
They are a firefighter, which is a very noble yet dangerous profession. However, you will never have to worry about them because they are also a superhero.
Oh.
Yeah, the real heroes are the firefighters, and you'll never have to worry about their well-being.
Oh. The boys.
My date for you. It's going to be a person who's always in touch with their feelings. So they're always going to be able to understand their emotions. They're never going to beat around the bush. They're going to be able to tell you how they're feeling at any moment and any time, which is very useful for a relationship. Another thing that they have, they own a lot of really, really cute animals. They have a lot of really cute animals, a lot of supplies for those animals. Maybe they own a giant, a giant husky. Let's say, like a giant, cute, fluffy husky. And you can name it whatever. Name pending.
So your friends and enemies are jealous of them. And the reason why? They're a professional god. It's a blank.
Yeah, professional god. Alright, okay.
We have all these big things going on with everyone, and everyone wants to be like, go big or go home. But this person is an entrepreneur. They own their own business. In fact, they own their own coffee shop. You buy coffee,
Right.
get tea, whatever, croutons, whatever, crudité, some shit like that. And then it looks exactly like, probably a how you would imagine a very handsome Jesus.
Wouldn't you love to go on a date with someone who just loves children? He loves being around them. He loves entertaining them.
Okay.
He's young at heart.
Uh-huh.
But he's also a person before us. He can talk to animals. He can literally talk to animals. So, he's just like super sweet and just like super nice to nature and
I mean,
kids.
that's pretty great.
Just like a
Yeah.
nice guy.
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
Look, here's the thing. They've been in the film industry a long time. And they know a lot about what good acting and good direction and good filmmaking looks like. And that's why they think that Twilight deserved an Oscar. And look,
Hey, Robert
they
Pattinson.
just really feel that Kristen Stewart was completely just like totally screwed over by the fact that Twilight did not win an Oscar. Okay?
She kinda was.
And you just if you hear them out, I think you'll really understand where they're coming from. And if you could just like open your mind to their expertise as a famous movie star,
God.
you'll see their perspective.
Oh, so bad.
Super noble, and they're a superhero, so like they've got really good self-control.
Yes.
They are a sleep
Yes.
puncher.
You're dead, dude.
But, you know, they don't have super strength. They've got super durability and fire manipulation. Like, what's a sleep punch gonna do? It's a normal
It's gonna
sleep
kill
punch.
you?
No, they don't have super strength.
But they're a superhero and they sleep punch.
Yeah, but they don't have super strength.
They
Yeah,
don't
but they
know-
probably
So they're
work
not
out
that
all the
sick.
time.
They might.
Even if they're not super strong, they're still really strong.
Well,
Yes.
there's
How
Maybe
bad
not, like,
Superman's
these superhero
story
fighters.
was.
Regular
If we're thinking
firefighter
about the
punching you.
actual realism of it, if it's gonna be durable, they're gonna be strong.
Look, as
Yeah.
A firefighter's gonna
As
punch
someone who
hard.
has punched in my sleep before, the most damage I did was to my own hand against the wall.
And he broke the wall outlet.
I did actually break the wall out.
And he broke the wall outlet.
That wasn't a punch though, that was my
That
elbow.
could be you. That could be
That
you.
could be you.
That's your nose. Your nose is gone. Mine owns a lot of nice animals and a really big husky, very
Yes.
fluffy,
Yep.
very cute. And to be in touch with their feelings, it all starts at childhood. It always starts at childhood.
Okay.
So the reason why they're in touch with their feelings is because they really can only speak in lines from Dora the Explorer. Season 1. but they're in touch with their feelings, and they can get in touch with your feelings too, since it starts at adolescence when it comes to getting in touch
Do
with your
you
feelings.
know where we should
In
go
the
next?
in the development cycle of a person, it starts in adolescence, and they can help you too. Do you know where your mind is? I can help you.
Can you help me find the bathroom?
It's the
Can you
it's
say
Oh.
bathroom?
Bathroom.
And
El
about-
baño.
See, and it's gonna be super funny because they laugh in the show, and you're gonna laugh with them. It's just gonna be a fun time. You're gonna explore the inner child that you have inside yourself with this person who is in touch with themselves and their inner child.
They're a professional god, and the reason why, because I mean, they're so professional
Yes.
that your friends and your enemies are jealous of them. But so that we should be. I mean, it makes it kind of reputable that they say that they swear that you look exactly like your sister, but they say that's quote a good thing. In my defense, I think they're just complimenting because. Like whatever your sister looks like, I think they're complimenting their sister's looks to you and comparing genetics.
Uh-huh.
I can't come up with it.
I mean, that really is the death pose right there.
Next one.
You're like, somebody who's in touch with their inner child, but why not an actual child?
Oh no.
They own their own
Detective
business.
Brennan.
No. They own their own business at 60 years old.
And they look like you.
The no.
He looks like
And it looks like, hey, you've heard of Jesus. You've heard of sweet baby Jesus. Now get ready for sweet kid Jesus.
He's actually 4,000 years old.
Yeah,
It's
don't
actually
worry.
4,000 years old.
He looks like Jesus.
He can turn water into apple juice.
It would be grape juice, so that's not a real Jesus. That is a Jesus.
No. I said, no, this one says look exactly like. Doesn't mean he actually is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also owns a coffee shop. You would own your own coffee shop under them, and they're a trust fund.
Okay.
You can get that money.
Child labor.
Yeah, child labor.
Mila, do you remember a series of unfortunate events?
Besides, you don't have to see them that much. They'll be at school most of the time.
You have to take them to school though, so you better put that in your schedule.
Your date, they love kids and they love kids stories and they love all the mythical creatures that go into it, all the in-depth stuff, right? So it only makes sense that they will not talk to you unless you're part of the right Hogwarts house. They're in touch with, their house, and they love kids and kids stories and they love animals, so as long as you're part of the right house, everything should be absolutely fine.
What house?
It's a 1 in 4
Yeah.
chance.
That's a good question.
Yeah, pick a house. No, pick a house. You pick a house right
Pick
now.
a hat.
Pick a house right now.
Gryffindor.
Well, who are Gryffindor's compatible with?
Nobody.
Alright. Drum roll, please. Thanks, Twilight deserved an Oscar. I can live with that.
All right.
So what if they're dumb? At least they're not a child.
Look, we've all got some bad opinions.